What's up, guys? It is time for you to see what is in my bag heading into CES 2019.
BPS Customs coverage of CES 2019 in Las Vegas is made possible by Computer Upgrade King. From custom-built gaming towers like the Continuum, Mantis, and Stratus, the latest in high-powered thin and light laptops from HP, Asus, and MSI, and high refresh rate displays of all sizes, find everything you need for your battle station by clicking the link in the video description. And don't forget to use code BPS3 at checkout to save yourself some cash.
Okay, guys, so the first thing that's actually going into my bag is this camera, the Sony RX100 Mark VI. I'm going to be doing a little bit of vlogging on the trip. I probably want to put out one or two CES/Las Vegas vlogs, travel vlogs, whatever you want to call them. It's just kind of supplemental content. It's not really meant to be too serious, but it kind of will give you maybe a little bit better of an idea of the experience of going to CES and being in Las Vegas during this huge trade show. The camera itself is great. I've had it for a couple months now. I've used it on a number of trips. It's compact. It shoots 4K video. It shoots slow-mo up to 960 frames per second. It's got a flip-up screen. I have this little tripod thing that's used for vlogging, which I'm doing right now, or also can be used to just have it stationary and act as a tripod. Super flexible. Has a zoom that's like 24 to 200. So it basically can double as your primary camera in a lot of different situations, and it's been really helpful so far. So I'm going to shoot the rest of this video on this camera, and we're going to take a look at what's on the table. So we might as well start over here with the good stuff. These are two Sony a7 III cameras with small rig cages. These are my primary shooters. They've been that way for well, since basically the cameras have been available in the United States. I had a bit of difficulty getting these, but once I got them, nothing else even comes close. I was shooting on Panasonic last year. Sony's are just full frame sensors, better in low light, great slow-mo capabilities too. These cameras are awesome. And the small rig cages just prove super useful when it comes to attaching shoe mounts. It already comes with a shoe, and they both have the same cage on them. But as far as like protection and mounting spots and access to everything you need access to, these cages are just great. And these cameras similarly are just awesome. I love these cameras. So I would definitely recommend them if you were looking to pick up a mid-range to high-end mirrorless camera. Sony is the way to go. Then we move up to lenses. We've got our small, medium, and large lenses, I guess. This is the primary lens. This is the Sony 24 to 70 G Master. This is what I shoot on my B-roll with. This is a really great lens. And then the second camera, because actually the reason I'm bringing both cameras is that I actually have a camera person / production assistant / video editor coming with me, and so he's going to be using the camera with this lens, and this is the Zeiss 16 to 35 f4 lens. This is a really good lens too. This is what, if you ever watch one of my live streams, I use this lens for the live streams. And then this is like a backup. This is just the kit lens, variable aperture. Not a fantastic lens, but will do in a pinch, and is good to have. And then we get a couple of lights here from Aperture. These are their ALM9s. They mount with this shoe directly onto the cameras. And then they're obviously really compact, really light, and they provide a good amount of light for what they are. Hold on. So especially in some of these like booths and whatnot where the lighting isn't that great and you want to get like a close-up of a motherboard or something like that, this is going to provide some decent light, although it's not going to be good enough for, you know, lighting a whole room or something like that. These are really good for what they do. Then we're going to move over to our audio section. This is same as last year. This is my primary audio solution. This is a Ceramic lav mic system, wireless lav mic. This fastens to the camera again with a shoe mount, and then this stays on your person and has the lav attached to it. The audio quality on this is good, and it has a really nice range and not a lot of interference. So these worked well last year and hopefully again this year. This is kind of a backup on camera mic. This is just a Sennheiser shotgun.
And then this is what I'm going to be using. This is a Zoom H4n Pro. Use this for voiceover work. So if I ever do some shooting out in like a suite or on the show floor or something like that, and I want to do a voiceover later on when I'm in the hotel room, this is what I'll be using. Then let's talk about batteries. Gotta have your batteries. I actually, there's 2 power banks that aren't on this table that I'm also bringing. These are extra batteries for the A7 IIIs. They each already have a battery in them, so I'm bringing a total of 4 batteries for the A7 IIIs. These tiny guys right here actually go on this camera. The battery life on this camera is only so-so, so if you're going to be doing a lot of videoing, like I likely will, having a couple extra batteries is really useful. And to be honest, they're so small that carrying them is really not a problem. I got to bring a couple extra AA batteries. The Zoom takes AA's, this takes AA's, some other things take AA. I think these take AA's too. I have a multi-tool. This is going to be the only thing that I'm bringing in case something breaks or goes wrong. So hopefully this thing does me pretty well. It's got like a pair of pliers in it. It's got a knife in it too, but it's such a small knife. I hope TSA doesn't give me a problem about it. This is just to blow off a camera lens if you get some dust in there. Some chargers, obviously, iPhone charger. This is for these are USB-C cables, so the A7 IIIs actually can be charged by USB-C. So I'll have this and the cameras, and we'll be able to charge these overnight with using the USB-Cs because my battery charger only has 2 slots. My mouse that I'm bringing is the Corsair Harpoon RGB. I brought this last couple of years. It's a great travel mouse. It's accurate enough. It's super comfortable texture. It's light. It can be banged around without a problem. So this mouse is really good for travel. Moving over to some other gear. This is the Edelkrone Quick Release. This goes on top of a tripod. Or actually, sorry, this goes on the bottom of your camera, and then with a quick half a turn, you can mount it to a tripod or dismount it from a tripod. So it comes in really handy when you're running around going to different suites and you want to pack your gear really quickly and then unpack it and set everything up. This comes in really handy. For tripods, we're going with there's 2 solutions, obviously 2 cameras. One of them is going to be on the Joby Gorilla Pod the whole time, and the other one is going to be more of like a proper camera setup. This is a Manfrotto travel tripod. This weighs like 2 pounds and it extends out to 60 inches. Also going to be using a Benro fluid head. This is like a travel size fluid head. So we'll be mounting the fluid head to the tripod. Those will get us our standard longer panning shots, smooth shots, or even we could set these up and do some interviews or talking head videos where the camera is not necessarily moving. This is going to be more for like running gun stuff. Like if I have my camera mounted on this, I'll take some quick footage while I'm at a suite. So a couple different solutions, a couple different ways we could go as far as shooting footage. And these things are versatile enough that, whatever solution that we pick, everything should look pretty good. After that, we got some headphones. You've probably seen these before on the channel. These are One More triple driver over ears. These are really good headphones, especially for editing. Some new business cards this year. Got like this metallic finish on the logo. Those are pretty sweet. I always bring a MiFi to CES because there's so many people on whatever Wi-Fi happens to be around that it often gets super slow, so I bring my own. This is a 256 gig Supersonic Magnum 2 Patriot USB flash drive. This is ridiculously fast and has some files on it, like the pre-roll ads we're going to run before CES videos are on here, intros on here, a couple other things are on here. This will act as backup and also a way for us to quickly transfer files. This is just a USB Type-C hub. It's got a card reader, it's got an Ethernet jack, some USBs, HDMI, stuff like that. And then here are our editing systems. So this is my personal razor blade. This is a razor blade. This is a 2018 razor blade, 15-inch. And then this is from our friends over at Electronics. I reviewed one of these. This is their Mech 15 G2. It's a really good laptop. It has some quirks. Not my favorite keyboard layout, but when I did the review, I talked to them about potentially lending us one because, as I said, there'll be 2 people editing videos now. And they said, absolutely. So those guys over there are, really helpful, and I very much appreciate it. So this will be my editing system. This will be my production assistant / video editors / cameraman's editing system. So we got to bring both of them. Lastly, is my new bag. This is hopefully looks a little bit better, a little less dorky than my my original camera bag that I have. It holds a little less stuff, but it is really it's rigid. Like the outside is pretty hard without being terribly awkward to carry around. It's got this camera compartment. Hold on, sorry, I'm a terrible camera person. It's got this compartment over here, so when you unzip, you have access. You just pull your camera out, and then the rest of the camera gear is stored obviously in the same compartment, but doesn't have quick access. And then the top flap gives you access to some other compartments inside. And with one hand, I'm not going to get into that, but this is a Moshi Arcus multifunction backpack with camera insert, and I got it for Christmas from my brother. So pumped to use that. And then lastly, I have a case from Pelican. This is going to be my carry-on onto the plane, and it is waterproof and shockproof and has a whole bunch of storage options inside because it's fully customizable foam. I can't open this with one hand, damn it. Come on, case. There we go. All right. So this foam comes in little blocks. So what you do is, if you have something that you want to put in here, say a camera, you put it down and then you tear out each block that will correspond to the shape of the camera, and then this sits down into the foam. And there's actually 2 layers of this foam. I'm going to remove this. So you could have 2 layers of gear. Granted, this isn't the thickest, but when you compare it to, say like a lens, you could probably fit a lens in there and be pretty safe. Obviously, things like lights and stuff like that, they'll fit no problem. So with two layers of this foam, if you have something that exceeds the thickness of this, you could just dive down into that layer, or you could have 2 completely different layouts of cutouts for your gear in here. So I'm really excited that I won't have to worry about my gear getting banged up on the way to Las Vegas. And this is going to keep everything safe.
All right, guys, so now that you have seen what is in my CES bag, the next thing you will see from me is actual CES content. Right now, as you're watching this, I am on a plane headed to Las Vegas, ready to kick off the most hectic week of the year in tech. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exhausting. Hopefully get out some really good content for you guys. Let me know down below what you are interested in seeing, what companies you want me to visit, what products you want me to see, anything like that. And I guess I will see you tomorrow or so. Thanks guys for watching. Take care. Damn, I need a haircut.